crucial. It's safer near the entrance. Wait for me here. Once again, he didn't let the woman act. Chen Bai flew straight up, heading deep into the stairs. Meng Meng didn't know what to say, only knowing that waiting was a form of happiness. After entering the interior, Chen Bai first dealt with a few small monsters. He thought to himself, task 3 changed, no longer about killing demons but defeating all demon soldiers, along with the dark priest. He chopped one enemy with his hand and stomped on another with his foot. He thought, the task reward doesn't include the bloodline potion. Can't I get the bloodline potion? After sending the 2 enemies flying into a corner, he used his spiritual energy to push his body forward, spreading magic power around. He decided that no matter what, he would first kill the boss. 30 minutes later, Chen Bai sat on a high wall, looking down at the central square. Many people were holding swords, and the leader, a man in a cloak, shouted loudly, "Someone has intruded." The man held a staff, his long cloak covering his head, with a large mole on his face. He was planning to capture Chen Bai and offer the intruder as a sacrifice to the demon. Just as he was about to continue speaking, the leader, the dangerous man, was startled when he saw Chen Bai rapidly coming down from the high place. Immediately, Chen Bai appeared behind him. He performed the evolution absorption technique, and his tentacles surrounded the leader, completely tearing off his cloak, making him look disheveled. A few minutes later, the man was completely absorbed by Chen Bai, leaving only his head behind. The others surrounded Chen Bai and launched an attack together. People from all directions held swords and worked together to strike at Chen Bai. He quickly turned his arm into a huge shield, blocking several slashes, which seemed to have no effect on him. The system showed, Boss Dark Priest of the Dungeon killed, level 15 Ocean rank 15, earned 45,000 experience. This creature has a special bloodline element, you may choose to absorb or reject the absorption. The bloodline element may affect the black light virus and the body. But under the oppressive killing intent, he smiled confidently and said, "That's right, I can still use evolution devouring to break the demon bloodline. In that case, I won't hold back." One hand forcefully supported the ground, while the other hand used the shield to accelerate the force. All those attacking him with swords were thrown into the air. Then, large and small spikes precisely penetrated each target. The King's Legion filled with magic virus, the system continued to prompt Chen Bai's system. Low-level demon bloodline potion C grade has been separated. After defeating them, it was time to absorb. Chen Bai raised his tentacles to deal with a small monster, laughing. The small boss can indeed separate the bloodline potion, and its level is equivalent to the boss. After a while, Chen Bai walked to another side and absorbed 2 people, then fell into deep thought. Monsters can also separate bloodline potions, but normal monsters can't. That's right, without the new ones, it doesn't count as ordinary. In the secret realm village outside Wuchang's outer city, Meng Meng obediently sat on a rock, waiting for her master. She could feel Master killed the boss by himself, and also took care of many small bosses and monsters. She felt bored from waiting for so long. Meng Meng thought foolishly while propping up her chin, "Master wouldn't forget me, right? Even if I don't do anything and have no experience, it would be fine if he just takes me to the boss." Just as she thought of this, she suddenly heard Chen Bai's voice, "Meng Meng, prepare your skills." His tone was a bit urgent, leaving her stunned. He ran desperately, shouting loudly so Meng Meng could hear, "The skills range can destroy the biggest thing you can. Do it, don't worry, the monster's state won't be full. With your mental strength, there's absolutely no problem." As long as it was Chen Bai speaking, Meng Meng completely believed and followed his instructions. She responded with all her effort, "Understood. All right." Sitting on a large stone, she waited for him and began to use her ultimate skill, releasing a shockwave from her small voice. That echoed throughout the space. The system immediately started sending experience gain notifications. Killed polluted villager. Level 10 experience plus 250, killed polluted village woman. Level 12 experience plus 400, killed polluted traveler. Level 1 experience. Killed polluted butcher. Level 14 experience plus 500, killed polluted farmer. Level 10 experience plus 300. Level increased, earning 2 free attribute points. Looking at the numerous experience gain notifications, Meng leaned closer to the screen and shouted excitedly, "Wow, Master, I'm already level. So much experience." Chenbai had already arrived, leaning smugly to the side, showing off his achievement. "I've reached level 9. From high above, Meng couldn't control her emotions anymore. Like a bird, she dove down and fell into Chenbai's arms, gently expressing, "Thank you for bringing the monsters to me. I love you, Master." Another prompt appeared, suggesting starting a video call via private chat. Meng didn't notice since she was still hugging her master, but Chenbai turned his head and saw it, saying, "Answer it." Then, he asked in confusion, "What's wrong? You don't look well, what happened?" Seeing this, it was no wonder his harem wasn't peaceful. Although Song Ziqiang was very angry, she still had to report. She said angrily, "Master, we need your help. A fairy claiming to be the god of trade has appeared in the residential area." Upon hearing this, Chenbai immediately imagined Lido and was surprised. God of trade? Chenbai quickly changed his expression and stared at the screen, urgently asking, "Lido? How did he get to the residential area?" Song Ziqiang was also surprised that Chenbai knew the name of the self-proclaimed god of trade, and she couldn't help but ask, "Do you know him?" On the other side of the call, Song Ziqiang began explaining via the video system, "The situation is complicated, I'll make it brief. After Lido stayed for a day, he found me and proposed an A-class silver-level construction order, like some sort of investment." At this point, Song Ziqiang's expression became more cautious as she continued, "But the premise is that after the city is built, a goblin chamber of commerce must be established, and the chamber must be tax-free for life." Chenbai propped up his chin, thinking, high-level construction orders are very rare. A city like the Snow City, recognized by the cosmic will, has many convenient functions. This investment is very beneficial for us with no harm. Hearing this, Song Ziqiang was slightly relieved and added, "Great. That's what I thought too, but there's still one problem. The construction order isn't something we can use at any time, and it needs to be used immediately." Chenbai hesitated slightly but soon decided, the A-level construction order will attract monster sieges, and indeed, it's difficult for the current residential area to withstand this wave of attacks. "But don't worry, I'll be back within a day." This message confused Song Ziqiang, and she said, "So, do I have to wait another day for you to return and accept this investment?" Chenbai pointed and ended the conversation, saying, "That's the investment Lido gave you, and I've also received other investments. By the way, you can praise Lido more and remind me." "Understood." Song Ziqiang responded promptly, clasping her hands together, "Rest assured." Now, Chenbai displayed several system cards in his hand and called out, Meng, come here." Meng quickly ran over and answered, "Coming, Master." Chenbai showed her several pieces of equipment and said, "These are all the gear that can enhance your physical strength. Pick the ones that help boost your stamina." Meng replied cutely and foolishly, "Okay, Master. But which one should I choose?" He looked at Meng meaningfully and said, "Considering the urgency of the situation, I'm worried you won't be able to catch up with me running at full speed." Meng innocently looked at him with wide eyes and immediately responded, okay." After a while, Meng wore many coats, stacking them up like Santa Claus. She softly said, "Master, I'm ready. My physique has exceeded 30, and my defense value has increased." Switching to Song Ziqiang's villa, she gracefully entered the living room and politely said to Lido, "Mr. Lido, sorry to keep you waiting. We have decided to accept your investment." Lido sat cross-legged on the couch and said, "You are truly a capable and decisive woman. It's no surprise that you've created Such a large settlement area here. What's more impressive is how you manage thousands of evolved people so orderly. Receiving such high praise, Song Ziqiang was not arrogant and humbly replied, "You're overestimating me. My management and operational skills may not be as strong as a trading god like you. All of our residents are very honored to have been chosen by you for investment." Lido pulled down his hat and continuously praised her, "You are such a humble girl. I'm more and more convinced that you can turn this place into the best settlement for evolvers." He placed his hands together on the table, leaned forward slightly, and quietly continued, "By then, I hope you'll pay more attention to our Goblin Chamber of Commerce." At that moment, Song Ziqiang sat down gracefully, Of course. However, while speaking, the scheming woman showed off her beauty in front of Lido. "To be honest, the administrator of our settlement has admired you for a long time." After hearing that there would be a Goblin Chamber of Commerce in the city, he gave up looking outside and is now rushing here. He politely and curiously asked, "Oh, who is it? Not many evolvers know about me and the Goblin Chamber of Commerce." Song Ziqiang thought of Chen Bai and firmly said, "You must know him. His name is Chen Bai, and he has already accepted your investment." Upon hearing this name, Lido's eyes lit up, and he appeared a bit uneasy. He turned his face and muttered to himself, "That guy. No, this investment can't be made." Seeing Lido hesitating, Ziqiang spoke up, "Can't? You can't invest?" Lido held a red card in his hand and looked at the glowing card, sincerely saying, No. I just didn't expect that guy to be the administrator of this settlement. With him here, using it this way would be more appropriate." After being surprised again, Ziqiang asked in confusion, "The Golden City Construction Order?" Lido slid the card in front of Ziqiang and told her, "That's right. This is the Golden Level City Construction Order. For that guy, building an A-level city should be no difficulty." Now, his voice was lower, and he turned to look elsewhere, saying, "If he can return on time, you might even have a chance to face an S-level monster siege." Suddenly, a notification popped up. Lido had sent her the city construction investment task. Song Ziqiang stared at the system description and was startled, stuttering, What is this?" The system task description showed, Golden Level City Construction Order S-Level Investment Task, after a day of preparation, all surrounding monsters will gain strength and begin an ongoing attack on the cities. Construction location. The surrounding area will be surrounded within 5 days, and the task will be completed. Task reward. The area within a 10-kilometer radius centered on the city construction order will become a region certified by Cosmic Will and will receive a golden level city construction order reward. Picking up the card from the table, Ziqiang read it, her expression complex. This range is much larger than A-level. Lido waited for her decision on the deal, firmly asking, "Of course, the risk is much higher. What do you think? Are you willing to accept this investment?" Song Ziqiang shook the card and looked into Lido's eyes, replying, "Of course, with the White Emperor here, how could I not?" A day later, in the East Mountain Settlement Area's Villa District, on the rooftop platform, Song Ziqiang had arrived and saw from a distance that Chen Bai was holding something white while jumping over tall tree branches. Soon, he landed on the rooftop, and seeing Song Ziqiang, Chen Bai said, "You came back later than I expected. The monsters have gathered, we can't let the path remain uncleaned." Ziqiang quickly ran over and happily said, "Great. I'm so glad you're back." In his embrace, Meng tightly snuggled and fell asleep. He said, "I'll take her back to the bedroom first. Tell me the current situation." Chen Bai carried Meng into the room, and Ziqiang walked while reporting, We are less than 20 minutes away from the siege. We have set up 3 defense lines based on the current terrain. The area facing Jiangcheng is the key defense zone, and we have also prepared some plans to protect the city." After settling Meng into the bedroom, Ziqiang carefully picked up the suitcase and said, "This is all we can prepare. For now. Qianbai reassured her with a compliment. You've done great. Meng Meng was still sleeping. Ziqiang then handed over the suitcase containing items and reported truthfully, also, we've been cleaning the sewer dungeon these past few days, and we finally found all the remaining plague equipment. Qianbai took the suitcase, held her back, opened it, and said, thank you, choosing you was one of the best decisions I've made. Ziqiang snuggled into his arms and responded, being chosen by you is the luckiest thing in my life. While Meng Meng was snoring, Qianbai was holding a rich woman. Ziqiang leaned in and whispered, actually, I'm very nervous right now, but when I saw you still holding that girl, I felt much better. Qianbai looked at Meng Meng indulgently and explained, she's not a woman I brought back, she's my disciple, and her talent is on par with mine. Qianbai pointed at Meng Meng and instructed, call Brother Song to take care of her, and make sure to tell me immediately when she wakes up. Ziqiang felt a bit jealous of this affection. Looking at Meng Meng sleeping cutely, he said, she's the key to protecting the settlement, so we can't neglect her. Ziqiang responded, got it. I understand. Now carrying the suitcase, he walked out, saying, let's go, we have to face the monsters attacking the city. Ziqiang hurriedly followed, nervously replying, At the concentration point on Dongshan, many zombies appeared at the foot of the city wall, their numbers not only vast but enormous. These zombies varied in size, some mutated, and their appearance was filthy and ugly. Qianbai glared at them, his tone serious, is this the city building attack in the S-level mission order? Standing on the city wall of the base, he looked at the zombies, thinking, in my previous life, when I established the White Emperor Empire, the number of monsters was only B-level, but this S-level number is much greater. From Qianbai's perspective, there were as many as 100,000 zombies, gathered as if celebrating a festival. Facing such momentum, he still calmly murmured, it's completely different, it's like heaven and earth. From a distance, with about 3 minutes remaining, these zombies would reach the city wall, each of them howling in hunger. Inside the city wall, Ziqiang transmitted a message through a talented little girl, whispering into the girl's ear, everyone gather at Dongshan. We will face 5 days and nights of monster attacks. But don't worry. Ziqiang's words were amplified by the girl into a trumpet. To everyone at the Dongshan concentration point, we will face 5 days and nights of monster attacks. But don't worry. We have the strongest walls in the world and the richest resources, and the reinforcements are very stable. We have over 100 teams with B-level talents. Nearly 10 experts with A or S-level talents. We even have 2 strong experts with 3 S-level talents. The little girl stood in the crowd and continued spreading Ziqiang's message, shouting loudly, we don't need to worry about failure, because in 5 days, we will have the best and most expansive territory in the world. At this moment, all the guards will enjoy preferential treatment from the infrastructure. Upon hearing this, many people were filled with joy, and cheers erupted. Ziqiang's gaze became more determined as the girl's voice echoed, everyone, you have 1 minute left. Are you ready to start collecting money and experience? Everyone was filled with excitement and anticipation, without a trace of fear, and shouted in unison, ready. Qianbai turned around and praised Ziqiang, well said, very impressive. She smiled and responded, thanks to you and the little girl you brought, I feel very confident. Qianbai turned his head to look at the little girl and fondly said, this little girl has a good sound transmission and voice release talent. He didn't forget to remind, have someone take her to a safe place. Ziqiang tightly held the little girl's hand and responded, He now turned to Lu Li and asked, Lu Li, is the live stream ready? Lu Li respectfully replied, according to your instructions. I've chosen the top-tier live stream equipment, which can be controlled by the cosmic will. With that, he felt at ease. Qianbai turned outside and complimented Lu Li, well done. The live stream can start at any time. Lu Li happily looked at his back and replied, yes. Only 1 minute remained before the monster's attack, and on the evolutionary forum, a notification with A Camera icon popped.